Hey guys, I don't know how long this is going to be, but it's something that I wanted to get out, so I figured it was worth it to record it on my main PC and not be able to see what I'm doing and not be able to edit it. So please excuse me if I pause and have to think for a second because I don't have it written down and I don't have the ability to edit it out or add things in later. So here we go. I seem to have an issue. Every time I want to talk about something non-gaming related, or at least not directly related to gaming, somebody seems to post a video right before I get a chance to record it. And I should have known that when my computer was down, this sort of thing was going to happen again. I had several topics that I wanted to talk about, and I was going to mesh them all in together and show how they were related. And I wasn't able to do that because the computer was down. And then, of course, Friday, Steve Benway posted his talkie, and one of those topics came up on there. So I thought, no problem. I'll just leave that topic go, and I'll let him have that one. I've still got these other things to talk about. And then the other day, another person I'm subscribed to posted a video, and I'm sure eventually he will get a lot of responses to it. Yeah, and that got me thinking about a couple of different things. It actually brought something else up. And the first thing is how YouTube affects us in our daily lives. And for the most part, I, like everybody else, say that YouTube doesn't affect me. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's my camera's actually balanced on top of a stack of crap so that I could have the same location. But it doesn't affect my daily life for the most part. But when it's somebody that you've been subscribed to for a while, and you feel like you have a good rapport with them, it does sort of affect you a little bit when you have a disagreement, and that's what happened to us. We had a little bit of a disagreement, and it went a direction I don't think that either one of us intended it to go. He misunderstood something that I said, I misunderstood stuff that he said, and it sort of got crazy. And we've since rectified that. We're good with one another. We were able to talk it out, and we understand where the other's coming from, and that it was all just a big misunderstanding. But it did affect me. And it affected me in the same way that a movie with a terrible ending affects you. And when I say terrible, I mean something shocking or something that you're not expecting. And I'll use The Mist. I think it's called The Mist, or maybe it's just Mist, as an example. The Stephen King story. I had read the novella many years ago, and then I watched the movie expecting one ending, and I got something totally different. And as a father, for those of you that have seen it, days I was thinking about how I would have done things differently, and it really did. It didn't have like an effect on what I was doing, it didn't mess me up mentally, but it did get me to thinking, and that's the same thing that this did. And it really got me to thinking about communication, how we communicate here on YouTube. In my daily life, I use a lot of sarcasm. People that know me would probably say I use way too much sarcasm. And I talk that way on YouTube. And it's weird because when you're typing it out, you have your inner monologue repeating it over and over in your head with all the inflection that you would use, and it seems obvious to you when you type it out. And it seems probably obvious to most of you that you shouldn't use sarcasm because of that reason, but it wasn't to me, even though I've talked about it with people before. And yeah, it seemed like an innocent comment, but it was interpreted differently. And it was because of his state of mind at the time, and it was because, not everything means the same thing all the way around the world. For example, I'm told that sucker means something totally different in Great Britain. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here, it means, a lollipop. There, it means something less childish. So, yeah, that is one thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit. How we communicate here on YouTube, it has to be different from the way you communicate in daily life. And it can actually affect you. Nothing that happens on YouTube is going to keep me from sleeping at night. I can just turn off my computer, walk away, and I'll be asleep in 5 minutes. That doesn't bother me at all. But, it does affect the way I communicate with people, or it will affect the way I communicate with people now. So that was the first thing. The other thing is monetization, or ads on videos. And Lawnboy's post brought up part of this, and his video was about would you still use YouTube if it was no longer free? And the reason I want to jump on this today, even though I can't properly record or edit anything, is because I know for a fact Steve Benway is going to talk about this on his Friday Talkie, unless for some reason he doesn't do one. But I would be willing to bet money that he does, and I needed to beat him to the punch before I just didn't talk about this one either. Because that's what happens usually. I come up with a non-gamer related topic, and I'm going to talk about it, and then somebody posts a video, and then 7 other people post videos, and then there's just no point anymore. So I usually just don't do it. This time, trying to get a jump on it. Alright, let me collect my thoughts here for a second. Ads on videos. I know most people hate them. I don't like watching them, and I do use ad block to avoid a lot of ads. I will explain in a second why that is not necessarily hypocrisy, because I'm also going to tell you that I have ads on my videos now. And I went back and forth for a long time about posting ads on my videos, and probably not for the reason any of you is thinking. Well, maybe a few of you are, I don't know. I wanted to do an experiment. I heard Steve Benway talking about ads on his videos, and then I talked with another YouTuber offline about, he had just recently monetized his videos, and it got me thinking about a lot of things. And I was doing an experiment which is going to be totally moot now because I'm ruining my test subjects. Sorry, I didn't mean to refer to you as test subjects. See, this is where editing helps. I don't know, spoiling my sample, whatever. So, God, I lost my train of thought. This is what normally my videos look like before I edit everything out, just so you guys know. Alright, monetization, ads on videos. The reason I've decided to put ads on videos is I see them as a necessary evil. Most people are going to disagree with me, say that ads don't have to be on here. Well, when Google bought YouTube, they did not buy it to give you guys a free means of posting your videos. They didn't do it out of the goodness of their heart. They did it, they paid whatever ridiculous sum of money, I don't know what it is, to get YouTube because they wanted to make money off of it. And they're not some government agency that can just, suck money out of your tax dollars in order to fund it. I'm sure it is an incredibly expensive thing to run. So there is that. They have to have money to fund it. Then, of course, they're a business. They want to make money on top of that. Now, I don't know if it's 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever it is that they want to make, I'm sure that's what they're going to make, come hell or high water. So there are, to my mind, two ways to make money off of, internet endeavors like YouTube. I'm sure there's 100 other ways to make money, but these are the two main ones. And that is advertising and charging, make it a pay service. So would I use, to answer Dave's question, YouTube if it was a pay service? No, I wouldn't. So I am going to support the idea of advertising on my channel because I think if everybody were to refuse to monetize their videos, if everybody said, screw you Google, we're not going to accept monetization, we're not going to accept advertising on our videos, they would be forced to start charging for YouTube. They wouldn't have a choice. So I am going to support what is a tool that I enjoy using. I love YouTube. I like the community. I could go somewhere else, but everybody I know and like is already here, so I want to stay. And the reason I activated AdSense, because I've heard some people say that, they've monetized videos to get thumbnails on their videos, which that was one of the reasons I did it initially too, although I don't use them now. Too much to bother with, honestly. But they didn't activate AdSense because they don't want to make money. Well, this is something you need to think about if that's the case, because through AdSense, you're able to limit the ads that they can put on your videos. I can say that I only want to allow gaming-related ads on my videos. Or I can say that I don't want sexual enhancement ads on my videos. I can pick and choose what type of advertising is on my videos. And furthermore, depending on which video you watch, because again, I was experimenting, on my newly posted videos, the only advertising you should see is, and I'm pointing to the screen like there's something on there, it's blank. The only advertising I allow on my video is the little bar, little transparent bar that you can click on at the bottom, or at least I think, unless I've screwed something up. Because I want to allow Google to make money on my videos so that it will stay free, but I don't want it to be too much of a pain for my viewers to get around. I want them to be able to easily click on it and be done with it. Now, that is why I allow ads on my videos, because I want to support YouTube and keep it as close to what it is today as I can. The other reason I have advertised on my... Wait a minute, what was I going to say? Again, that whole editing thing would be helpful here. I lost my train of thought. That's why I allow advertising. Why do I use ad block if I have advertising on my own video and I want to help fund YouTube? Well, I use what I call targeted ad block. I hate advertising. But with ad block, you can actually go through and you can select where you're going to allow ads to be shown, or which websites you will allow ads, or you can just turn it off temporarily and then turn it back on again. For instance, on YouTube, when I want to support a channel that I like, I will go to my subscription page, which is, I've got it bookmarked, I go there automatically, and then I will click off the ad blocking program. And then I will proceed to watch the videos of the people that I'm subscribed to. Now, I don't go and click on every ad. That's dishonest, and I'm just not going to do that because I don't want to screw things up. But if I see an ad for something I'm interested in anyway, I might actually click on it. You know, I'm just like every other consumer. When you see something interesting, you go and take a look at it. So that's the way I look at it. I do use AdBlock, but I don't look at it as hypocrisy because I still support the websites or the YouTube channels that I want to support. Now, if I'm just surfing YouTube, looking at random videos, which doesn't happen often anymore, I have AdBlock on because I don't want to see all the advertisements on all the people's channels I don't want to view. So, I don't know, this is probably a confusing jumble of words to you guys because I can't edit it and I can't see what the hell I'm doing, but I wanted to get my feelings out there before everybody else in the world commented on it, and I didn't feel like I needed to post a video. So, if you have any questions, or if you think I forgot to mention something, please let me know. If you disagree with me, think I'm an idiot, let me know. If you think I'm lying and the real reason I do it is to make money, you can say that too. I really don't care because I am, as an ancillary benefit of activating AdSense, making some money. Certainly not going to get rich. Certainly not really even worth my time because I haven't attached it to an account yet, so I couldn't get to the money if I wanted to. But it is there. You know, I could get that money if I wanted to. So if you think I'm a liar and I'm really doing it for money, that's fine. You can believe what you want. I don't think I'm going to lose any subscribers over this. It's just a difference of opinion. This is something that I think I need to do to support YouTube and the community that I've come to enjoy being a part of. So if you disagree with that, that's cool, man. If you don't want to watch my videos because they have ads on them, that's cool. Although, if you use an ad blocking program, you don't have to watch them if you don't want to. Whatever. I think I'm done talking now. I'm pretty sure that's always somebody on the phone. See you later.